Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's Micro. Again, we're just going to be doing some simple TA on some simple ideas for this upcoming week, as we do have some economic data coming out, and it is a pretty big earnings week. So let's just get right into it. Starting off with SQQQ. So this is actually a short ETF, specifically the inverse of QQQ and all of tech, basically. So we're looking at the 4 hour currently, and we're just going to find some levels, some areas of confluence. There's an obvious trend here, so let's just do a little bit of TA on it, see what we could come up with, just so that way we could see what needs to break in order for us to go long on QQQ, or if we need to go long on SQQQ or short in that same case. So here you can see that we obviously have a very healthy uptrend. And this uptrend has been confirmed, once, twice. So we may continue up. However, I also do see that we are coming to a very big point of confluence, right? You see within this specific area that we have come down. This was, tested as support. We ended up breaking down, breaking through. During this time, we did end up seeing the market rip to the upside. So currently, again, this is a 4 hour. So we are seeing that we're pushing back towards this same level, and the market has also been dying. Obviously, this is a big indication of it, right? So with that being said, this is an area I would look for in order for a reversal to happen in the overall market, for us to bounce maybe, and if not, then SQQQ should see some very, very big highs, right? Especially if we end up breaking through this specific level, as it was tested once, twice, I guess, 3 times, and we're on our way to the 4th time. So if we end up getting this break, I believe that we can, SQQQ can continue to go up, and the overall market and the trend of the market will end up going to the downside. So not really any specific targets that I'm looking for necessarily, as this doesn't move very crazy on an intraday basis all the time. However, we should look for some levels, right? As these levels can be used for reversals and entries. So right here, you could see that we came up to this level right here, which is 2086, and we rejected. We broke through, came back down, rejected. Came up, we retested this specific area, tried to hold, we couldn't, we came back down. So this is actually going to be one of the most important levels going into this week. Again, filled with a ton of economic data, filled with a ton of earnings, and obviously the geopolitical aspect of everything, with everything happening back home in Palestine. So that's kind of just what I'm looking for on SQQQ, is a break of this. I would say this 2141 level would be relatively safe to say that, it could break and continue to go to the upside. Specific targets after that, I guess, would be this 2177 continuing to the upside. I would like 2231 and around this specific area. Not really a specific level to the penny or anything, but just around this area, this $23 area. So that's kind of what I'm expecting for the upside. Now for the downside, I am expecting right here, again, we just have a ton of confluence within these areas, right? With the market going to the downside, going to the upside, chopping within this specific range for a very long period of time, I think like 2-3 months at this point. So this is kind of what I'm looking for, is for this specific area to end up breaking down. And obviously, I would love to see a retest of this trend if we do end up getting this rejection, right? If we do end up getting this rejection, again, I do see that the upside potential of it. So, I mean, to the downside, we just break specific areas of confluence. This 1950 level is probably going to be one of the bigger levels, along with this $20 level. So that gives you a good 50-cent range. Nonetheless, SQQQ breaking down would take the overall market to the upside. So that's kind of what I'm looking for on SQQQ. and for the overall trend of the overall market. Next, we're going to be looking at Snapchat. So we actually took some calls on Snapchat as we got an unusual alert whale. We got an unusual whale alert for the $10 call, which ended up printing, I think, for about 86%. I exited the majority of my position. I'm still holding some into ER. Nonetheless, I mean, obviously, you can tell this stock loves to chop, right? From July of 2022 all the way up till now, we've just been trading within this $3 range. Obviously, you know, on earnings reports, we get lower and then we come back and we continue to chop within this range. So on a good earnings report, I am expecting some really good upside, right? As if we do end up breaking this $12 level specifically, then I do think that we see a lot higher after that. However, if we don't end up breaking to the upside, I do see some downside levels. So let's look at the downside first. A break of this, what level would this be? This 946 level, I guess technically right where we closed. On this 4 hour, I would love to see, excuse me, I need to bring you over here. Yep. I would love to see this 881 level. And after this 881 level, I would love to see this 803 level. Prior to that 803 level, I do see also 831 as there is some imbalance here, right? We do see that, you know, we break back up through this level, we build at this level, and we do it a multitude of times. It's just within this specific range from this 832 to 881 is where we do end up seeing some confluence and some actual building for some order blocks maybe or something of that nature. So honestly, on a good earnings report though, I do see us, I mean, again, there's just so much confluence within this area just because of how much range there is in terms of how it has been trading over the past year and couple months at this point. So to the upside, I do want to see over that $10 level. After that $10 level, I mean, again, another massive area of confluence, right? However, I would love to see a break over this 1058 level. After this 1058 level, I would love to see possibly around this 1111 level, and then so on and so forth. But let me mark one more level here and this 1165 level in order for us to have a break to the upside, right? So on the downside, I'm looking at 881, 832, 803, and then, you know, continuously going down lower. To the upside, I would love to see 996, $10 break, 1058, 1111, 1165, and then a $12 break. So that's kind of all that I'm looking for with something that trades within a $3 range constantly and nonstop. So another stock we're going to be looking at is Ford. Ford also has earnings this week, and they also have a massive strike happening against them, right? The union wants to get paid their fair share in terms of what they make, and in terms of what they make product-wise, and the revenue that Ford collects from their labor. So I think because of this strike, Ford was hurt a lot this quarter. So honestly, I'm personally looking for more downside on this, as it would only make sense for that to happen, right? So I have already done some TA on it. Nonetheless, this specific level right here, this 1113 level, is a huge level of support. We have been holding this since June of 2022. So a break of this would actually take us down to, I mean, when was the last time we saw these lows? 2021. So this is what I am specifically looking for here on Ford, as this could be a massive, massive play to the downside, especially for earnings. Again, given the fact that this quarter they may have been hurt quite a bit due to the strike, right? So this 1113 level is what I'm looking for a break to the downside. For the upside, I am looking for this 1235, right? I know we're kind of within a range again, as the majority of stocks are going to be prior to their earnings. However, again, I am looking for more downside on this. So, to that downside, I'm looking for this 1113 break. After this 1113 break, I would love to see this 1049 as fast as possible because I think that that is indefinitely plausible. Again, especially given the circumstances, right? So after 1049, I would love to see 994, then 948, and then potentially this 868 level, as that would probably be one of my more main targets over time, obviously, as I don't think that it'll happen right away. Nonetheless, that's what I'm looking for to the downside. Now, to the upside, if they do somehow, some way, end up having an incredible quarter, then they will end up breaking through this big resistance, right? So this 1235 level is specifically what I'm looking at for me to take calls. After this 1235 level, I'd love to see a 13 break. 13 break would take us to 1359, somewhere around this area, actually. And then after that, I mean, I would love to see this $14 break, and then continue to the upside. 1430 I see, and also 1461. So this 1235 break would give us all of those levels going to the upside. Again, I'm going to say it and repeat it continuously. I do think, however, Ford does end up seeing this 1113 break that we have been holding since when since February of 2021. So this 2-year long support will be probably the biggest either retest or the biggest break that this stock will see in the foreseeable future, in my opinion. Cool. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you guys ever have any questions, any comments, anything like that, obviously comment them down below. I'm here to help you guys. I want everybody to be able to tell their mom, hey, let me pay your mortgage this month. Or, hey, mom, like, I'm about to buy you a house. Let's go look for houses. So that's kind of always going to be my end goal, no matter what, is to help people. So never feel ashamed or feel like there's any stupid question that you could ask, because I'm sure that even anybody who's watching will have that same exact question. I myself was once a beginner as well. By no means am I a professional, but I definitely think that I am more well versed than I was, 2.5 years ago. So hope you guys enjoyed. Continue to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.